0.4. About a week ago when I released the game. I'm planning on trying to have as fast updates as possible. This one was just add some more stuff that I wanted to, that I couldn't add within my deadline. And I mean, I'm quite happy with what I've got. This is more the default until I add more stuff, which will be soon. I have some interesting ideas. Let's start with the obvious. To start, short T-Junction. It's tiny. Look at this thing. That was fun. Yeah, it's just something small. I wanted long and short versions. The long one being probably more used. I hope more used, because it's less likely for a box to get stuck. Because it's a smoother transition. This one's just going dunk. I mean, it's fun. I genuinely like this. I was supposed to have added this in the first one, but it didn't come to mind at the time. So I was like, I'll put it in eventually. So I put it in this update. The conveyor update that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 7 conveyors. One of them's not even a conveyor. 6 conveyors and a lift. Long connectors. Or long junctions. Also something I was going to add. So I have this. I have the Crossroad. Now, the whole point of this, I don't use it often because I've not had a need to yet. Basically, it's a crossroad. It just switches between which way it can go across. I didn't want to do a long version because I didn't know how that would actually fit, other than just being off center like that. Like the point being there just doesn't make sense. There is the chance that cubes will get stuck in the middle and fling off into a different direction. I wouldn't count on using this if there's coloured things, unless you have the money for a sorter to quickly fix any errors that happen. There's the short lift, because I was recommended that I should add a mini version of the upward thing, and I decided that it should have a drawback. It's going up in one square, so it's just slower. It's not even powered. It's the only well, it's not conveyor powered. The thing that moves them are the lifts themselves. That's the thing that moves them. I think it's a really neat idea, and you can kind of tell it shrinks in and then appears at the bottom. None of them appear underneath. I really like this. It's fun. I think it's one of the fun additions that I made. Also, one of the most useful additions in the update. Personally, I think. Dynamic money. So this is when the distance from A to B is really long. So let's say the spawner's all over here. You can't get there with 750. So it adds extra money on the places that are currently around. You can kind of see at the bottom here. So it calculates how much money it would take to move from A to B. There's a grid. It shows you the rough distance of doubles and singles. I added basic structures outside. Well, not in that direction. Well, not in that corner. But you can kind of see. I wanted something outside, something that looked nice. Or something that's low poly, but it's just a bit of decoration, really. There's also clouds. If I click play, you can see all these weird clouds. The street lights turn off as well in the day. Also an options menu. Just basic options, graphics, full screen, window mode, VSync, music, sound. I want to go through a couple of changes. The conveyor connectors was just called connectors because the name was just too long. Box stock has a cycle timer. There it is. Tells you when you can press it again. All junctions had their prices increased by 10, you can tell. They all used to be 50. Well, these used to be 50, now they're 60. These being 100 now. Instead of 7, no, not 100. These. The Destruct Tokens were changed, so you get an extra token for meeting the quota, and an extra one if you go over 50. There was a selection highlight now. I forgot to add that to the original changelog. So that would be this. Now, you see this? I hover my mouse over and it'll be brighter. There we go. See? You can't have it on all the others yet, but this is for something later. I updated the collision check. Okay, so what that is now you can see what the collision check is. It's basically this. So if I have this and then, oh no, it can't do it. It does interact with boxes. See? This is slightly taller. See, that's what the collision looks like for that. And along the corners now use 2. Alright. Upward has been changed. There you can see it's changed. Same with downward. This is a long T-junction. This uses 2. Wrong button. The reason why I don't use it on like extend the blocks to all the way is because I don't need to. Is that basically the corners? Onto modifiers. Double spawners, double the spawners after the first one. Times 2 speed, speeds up time. Times 2 box speed, speeds up the boxes. Instead of this being about 2 minutes, or slightly over 2 minutes, it's now slightly over 1. You'll see how quick it moves. There it goes. Ah, there it is. Yeah, this one at the same time. But yeah, there's not much else to add, really.